Recently, I've picked up a few bulk lots and I'm sorting through them to see which pieces I keep and which pieces I throw away. Found it! Let me tell you why I'm really happy about this piece. So I've had this for the longest time. This is a clickety-clack crossing, and it's got the indented markings of the rail. I have had only one of these for the longest time, and now I've got two. This crossing is so rare to find, especially in this condition where the wood is still so smooth. I can sell this for $40, and usually when I put it up on eBay for $40, it will still sell to someone overseas with international shipping. This lot I paid $100 for. The flip value was going to be $400 anyways, but the reason we drove an hour for this lot was because I saw this one piece sitting, like it was, the picture of the lot was strewn on the carpet, and I saw this random piece just sitting on the carpet, and true enough, it's a random piece. There's nothing in the set that there's nothing in the set that says that they had the rest of it. And I told the lady, I just want that piece. And she goes, cool story. She doesn't care either. It's not like she went, oh yes, we had the thing. No. It's not like they went, oh, we've had it. And yeah, that we don't know what the rest of it is. Nope. Me saying I wanted this to her was like, whatever. So yes, I'm very happy that I managed to find this slot and I can finally complete this. So this slot is missing items at the moment. And I'm a bit annoyed. This is the one that I went to pick up for $130. This is the one where the guy said, I've got a higher offer, but you were first, and we talked about honor and all that kind of stuff. There's all this talk of honor and stuff. I look at it and I go, nah. I feel like a getaway driver. And in the photos, most of them are complete. And this guy had a tender. This guy's engine was there, but I can't find it anywhere here. So they're probably moving house. They are moving house, sorry, and the kids probably taken one. I don't know. Long story short is, it's still profitable, but that feeling of annoyance lingers for a little bit. Like, because him with tender goes for like $40-50. Him without tender goes for $20. This one with the engine, and look at the condition. Look how nice it is. With the engine would have been $30, but no. Gonna hang on to this and hope that I get an engine alone that is, which does happen, that is in the same condition. I will say though that there is a nice little surprise in this lot, and that is, it wasn't just all Thomas trains. There were some toy cars in there, but they also had these Encanto figurines. And so because I normally sell boys' toys, I very rarely get offcuts that I can give to my daughter. It's usually stuff that I can give to the boy. And so, nice to be able to give her something this time around. Hello. So very quickly, what did we just pick up? We just picked up this. So this is a wooden cranky from the Wooden Railway. Main thing to look out for is the condition. Look at the condition of this one. The wood's still in fantastic condition. This was only 5 minutes from my house as well. The guy wanted, I think, $40 and he kept dropping the price. Still glossy. Oh my gosh. Anyways, this goes for close to $100 in this condition. And then you push the handle, the buttons here. So you push the handle down. Without snapping the thing or without pressing the string, of course. And then, oh, his eyes move as well, look. So yeah, $20 to $100, and then another $20 for these books. Now these books are the older version of Thomas books. They sell for $10 each. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 of them. So 20 bucks to about 150. I'll probably take a best offer of 100 for these as a collection. There are some double ups, but you know what? It's going to sell as a lot. Turn the engine on. Ooh, I didn't want to turn the engine on because it was going to be hot. It was going to be loud, and then I didn't bring the mic with me, but video's done. It's Thursday and I'm doing a Toy Talk presentation for our Discord members. The focus tonight will be on how to enter the toy category the simplest way. Toys are a very large category and can feel disorienting because toys that are supposed to be valuable come across as not valuable. Sold comms can be all over the place sometimes. You add in international shipping and international pricing and the whole endeavor can feel a bit too hard basket. So tonight, my goal is to help our members see toys in a simpler light, just in case they are interested in giving it a go. The kids decided to pop in, and my daughter in particular has been having her eye on this frozen Elsa castle that's sitting in the top left of the screen. She is technically old enough to play it, but I'm making her wait because there's plenty of toys already as it is. They're always curious. I look forward to them entering my space, hanging around for a little bit. They don't hang around for long, but whenever they do, it does provide a lovely break to what can feel like a non-stop day. They love coming into my space, and I'm glad that for the most part, I don't make them feel like they shouldn't be there. Sometimes my mind can be so caught up in whatever task I'm doing, hyper-focus, I think is what they call it, that when they come, I might glare at them, not intentionally. I'm definitely working on that when I hear them coming, to be quick to step out of whatever focus mode I'm in so that I can receive them graciously and remind them that wherever Daddy is a safe and welcoming space. Well, back to the presentation. It should be good. It should be good. Everyone's lovely. Everyone's keen to learn. Everyone's curious. And I definitely look forward to more presentations in the future, more formats. The talks that we have on a monthly basis for the various categories, at the moment it's books, toys, and cards, potentially clothing in the future. It's really an avenue to be creative, an avenue to try new things, to engage discussion and ideas about the categories of interest in new and refreshing ways. It's also about curiosity, I think. If we're not curious, how can we become better resellers? We definitely have to pivot in and out of categories from time to time, depending on how markets do. Sometimes categories become so competitive that our personal circumstances do not allow us to continue to sell in those categories. In those moments, having knowledge on what could potentially be a second or third category that you're interested in could play a big part in your ability to continue paying bills, continue to maintain your lifestyle, continue putting money aside towards your personal goals, whatever it might be. The last thing you want is to not be able to continue reselling because you got stuck. Being stuck sucks. Hello, and how is everyone doing? Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Who's here for Toy Talk?
We are.
Tony gets it. You're the best. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and hopefully this works. The results of the game that we played in the chat regarding which Volkswagen Beetle car was more valuable, if you remember that, the two red ones, whether the left or the right was more valuable. Let me know in the chat, which one do you think ended up getting the most votes, the left or the right? Seven voted left, 13 voted right. So, the interesting thing is, and this set came out the year after. Up until that point, there was no Captain America, which is this dude in the bottom left of your screen. And that made me start digging into Duplo, because up until that point, turns out, can you guess how many versions of Iron Man there are for Duplo? Alright, Jane's going with 3. How many versions of Iron Man do you think there are in Duplo? Matilda says 1. Toby couldn't help himself, said 69. Of this toy that I can start selling first, that very much replicates the behavior of the buyer in the bigger toy. So we know that buyers will buy something because they need a character. Using words like this is retired and sought after because of this movie and whatever. Before you go there, if you start with Duplo, you'll spot all the patterns already. True, Justin. But when you think about number of characters by name, what gets overlooked is there's an assumption that toys only have value and worth and are worth selling if they are collectible, compared to the fact that they're toys and just things to play with. These 2 listings have things missing in them that have made them not sell for what I sold it for.
Right.
Who said train? Train! How the hell do you have a train listing without the word train? This concludes the presentation. Woohoo!
Thank you, John.
But because you came, and I did promise Leah that I would provide a bonus for those who did turn up. And this is the hardest part of the presentation. Yes, so there was mention about corded pants, and I said that I had baggy pants with skate shoes. I couldn't find photos of me in corded pants from way back when, but I did find old photos of what I used to dress like.
Oh, look at you, you're so cute. Oh,
So those...
looks like you've got junk.
Yes?
Since you look like you've got braces there.
Yeah, so this was back... I think I was 21, I think, at the time. Overall, it went well, and everyone learned a bunch. I get excited when I do these talks, and sometimes can't keep in my energy. As you can see, I fidget a bit, I bounce a bit, I shake a bit, because there's so much that I want to talk about, so much I want to share, that the limbs can't help but move. Oh man, reminded me of back when I was a kid. In class, I'd be sitting on my hands, I'd be wriggling my toes in my shoes. Good times. But yes, I do enjoy these presentations, despite the fact that they do make me nervous at the start. By the end of it all, I'm glad to have shared my knowledge. I'm glad to have had the discussion that we've had on Discord, and I look forward to the next one. So if you are interested in joining me for one of these talks or any of the other talks, be it the book chat with Jonas or the card talk with Justin, come join us on Discord. The link's in the description. Justin, you like shiny knobs. I do. The shinier the knob, the better. The more value. After each talk, we tend to spend an hour or 2 hanging out on Discord, just talking about the week. Actually, we do that every day, not just after the talks. Come join us. If I talk about it, it sounds weird.
You're right.
Grr. Okay, 1998, I think it was. I've just listed a couple, so I'll show you. 1997. All right, behold shiny knobs. So this is Reneus from 1997. He has a shiny knob. So shiny knobbed wooden trains go for a lot of money. Shiny knob, shiny knob.
Is that a keyword?
No. It's just something that I made up for a YouTube short. So I was this is bad, right? Like when you have a YouTube channel and you're constantly trying to like come up with creative hooks for videos. You're taking photos and your brain goes, shiny knobs. Ooh, I like shiny knobs. Behold YouTube short.
You know what's going to happen, John? Someone's going to watch your video on YouTube.
Yep.
And they're going to like, oh, I've got some trains with shiny knobs. And they're going to get on and they're going to say, almost a tank engine with shiny knobs.
When you're hungry and you're working late and it's like past midnight, but you're on a roll and you want to keep going, and you discover this. No, it's not a bag of poop. It's curry puffs. Oh. Let's take some photos. So I've grown the Hot Wheels store to 4,000 listings, and the Thomas Train store is sitting just under 2,000 listings at the moment. I realized that by giving myself choice on what to sell, sure, I've got a niche store that targets specific buyers, and when I put in the effort, those items do sell through. But it also does mean that I can avoid the category that I don't want to list in as much. When I am taking photos of toy cars and trains, the process is quite similar. You grab one thing, you just rotate it, take 12 to 15 photos, move it along. There's a rhythm to it. But with action figures, there's a lot more, deliberate posing and, trying to make it look a particular way and angle it a particular way. It definitely breaks the flow. So today, I'm going to bite that bullet and just do action figures. Whenever I see a car or a train, I'm going to do my best to not crave that quicker productivity. I'm only human after all, and I think that's quite a real thing. It's, we want to do the thing that is easier rather than harder, and especially when the easier thing is also a productive thing, we can justify not doing the harder thing. I'm sure some of you will find action figures a lot easier than cars, and some of you might argue, hey, the price of action figures is probably higher than cars, and you'd be right. And for some of you, that's enough to justify picking that over. But for me, being someone who likes working in flow, it can be a challenge to pick these guys. But today I will. Yeah, wanted to share that with you. Let's go. I've been here for an hour and I've got to go do something else. I've persisted. These are definitely action figures. A tub's worth of them. Total number of photos, 369. I'm used to taking about 1,000 to 1,200 photos in an hour. So this was annoying, let's put it that way. But we persisted through and it's done. I definitely feel restless. I definitely feel like, man, I could have done so much more, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's a weird adjustment. I'm going to be talking about this, I think, throughout this vlog series. How if you sell in different categories, yeah, yeah, the rhythm's off, and if the rhythm's different, it does take an adjustment to go from one task to another. But that's just tasks, right? If you're adjusting from one task to another, you're bound to feel like you have to adjust. And so this is me just adjusting. More reps, I suppose. More reps to get used to the feeling of switching from fast moving to slow moving.